Good afternoon everybody and welcome back on board this British Airways service operating from London Heathrow this evening across to Schiphol in Amsterdam. We are of course in the FlyByWire A32NX and today the flight plan is brought to you through SimBrief, which is a fantastic freeware tool. So we're looking at a flight time of roughly 45 minutes across to Amsterdam. So before we can do that, we need to go ahead and jump in and start getting a few things ready. So let's go ahead and do that. So first things first, let's come down to our FMC here, and we'll go ahead and start importing the data. So here's our initial flight plan being imported. Now that's actually giving us a cruising altitude of 29,000 feet from SimBrief, but I'm actually going to go down to 25,000 feet because the route that we've got, actually don't think we would actually make it up to 29,000 feet before we had to start descending, so heading up to 25,000 feet should allow us to actually get up there for a little bit at least. So zero fuel weight today is that, and our block fuel is 4.8, so we are very light, but that's fine. Performance, like I said, because we are very light today, we should be okay. So not much trim needed either. Flex temp today is 51. And our V speeds are 125, 129, and then 133. Perfect. Progress, so we went Echo Hotel Alpha Mike. As you can see there, 201 nautical miles direct to Amsterdam as the crow flies, which is why we're only going up to 25,000 feet. Should be all we need. So let's go ahead and look at our flight plan and let's put in our departure. We will put in our departure and arrival information now. Because it is such a short trip, you know, I just don't think we would. There's just not much point really. So our departure today is going from 09 right, and that's our departure there. I'm using Navigraph for my charts and everything, which I'll show you in a moment, just so you can see why I've gone for that chart. And for our arrival into Amsterdam, it's an ILS-27 approach. Let's just look at the chart. So the start we want is the red Foxtrot 1 Alpha, coming in via Schiphol. This should be good for us today, hopefully. Let's see if it's messed it up a little bit. No, it looks pretty good. Looks like it hasn't. Fantastic. So let's just have a look at the Schiphol information there. So yeah, there we go. So we've got to be at a specific altitude there. Yeah, it's perfect. That's fine. And let's have a look for our departure. Got some restrictions in place there, which is good, so we should be following them on the leg out, which is perfect, so that's fine. Back to arc. So we had an initial altitude of 25,000 feet, didn't we? So that's fine. So that's in there now, ready for us to go. So let's come over here then, I'll show you the charts that we're going to be following this evening. So this is the SID from London Heathrow, so obviously here you can see our little aeroplane. 09 right is the southern runway. And this is the route we'll be taking. Take off out there on the Bravo Papa Kilo 6 Juliet onto this route here, and then work our way up to Brookman's Park VOR before we head out on our route. And then our star, we are going to come in here from the Red Foxtrot Alpha Nafix there and route in to get to Sugol, which I was just checking those restrictions which we have in place already, and then our chart for the approach is we're coming from Sugol, hit there, hit directly over Schiphol, route out and follow it down into the ILS approach for the airport. So it's not too bad for us this evening, which is quite good. So let's jump back onto this page here, and so we've got a QNH today of 1008. Change it back to the right way. Fuel is on board. Baggage is already on board. Let's go ahead and get rid of the catering because we don't need it anymore. So looking at our calculator today, so 25,000 feet is our cruising altitude. Our target altitude is 2,000 feet for the ILS approach, so we need to descend at 72 nautical miles from Schiphol in order to meet that target. Obviously we have some restrictions in place on that descent, which the aircraft should manage for us, but time will tell, as usual. So yeah, should be a short hop up and down in no time at all. So let's go ahead and get rid of the jetway, shall we? Let's go ahead with jet bridge. And what we'll do as well is we'll get our pushback plan sorted, squared away. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and request the pushback now. Get him in place. So let's go ahead and turn on our beacons on. seatbelt signs are on. Non-smoking signs are on. Wing lights, nav lights, which is fine. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to put these floods on a little bit just because it is starting to get a little bit dark now, but we should be okay. There we go, nose is risen, brakes off. Go parking brakes on. So I'm just going to go ahead and brighten these screens up a smidge. It looks looking a bit dark there. Not too bothered about his. He can set his own lights. So first engine's, well, right hand engine is online and stabilised. Just waiting for the second engine to come up now. So I'm going to go and set up auto brakes to max for departure. Ground spoilers are armed. Let's go ahead and flaps 1, which is fine. Now it's just a waiting game. Coming online there. So as soon as they were going off 09 right, it's not a far taxi. Just go up here to the intersection there, turn right, then turn right again, and we should be good to go. So left engine stabilised, so let's go ahead and release the brakes and get moving. So you can see the weather does not look very favourable here. I think it's going to be something similar in Amsterdam as well, although they might actually have a bit of rain. It's supposed to be live weather, which, to be fair, it makes sense because looking outside my window right now, it is honking it down. Absolutely honking it down. But, yes. Well, I'm a bit further north than Heathrow, so... Clear for takeoff now, so let's go ahead and set stopwatch. And we can get going into the gloomy skies. Right, let's punch it. There's a bit of a breeze coming across it. There's V1 rotate. Positive rate. Okay, coming up. You see London over there in the distance, looking fantastic. Nice. Autopilot going on. 1500 feet. Let's bring that down to climb thrust now. Let's see. Yep. Overspeeding the flaps there a little bit. Flaps are up now. So as you can see there, we've got a restriction for 6,000 feet. Just identified there in like purpley colour, purpley pink. I think we remain at about 6,000 feet until we hit the waypoint, the VOR, sorry, which is fine by me. You see the rain streaming past the window there. That's a nice effect, that. Very nice effect. And as there's London down there, below the miserable cloud. Looking good. Can't see a diddly squat. Hi guys, welcome back to the flight deck, and as you can see we are just about to head right over the top of Schiphol before we make our approach and continue on with the SID. As you can see there's the runway that we'll be landing on, 27. So we're going to hit this point here and then head out here, up and round. So not far to go really, nearly there. It's been a nice short little hop, quite pleasant, and as you can see the weather is different to how I suggested it probably would be, and I think that's because the live weather setting within the game or simulation isn't that accurate compared to what the weather forecast actually is. Shock horror, I know, but hey ho. Makes for a nice approach, at least anyway. You can actually see. It's nice. Let's just have a quick look. So as you can see from the chart, over the top, we should start descending now down. Which we are, down to 2,000 feet, which is perfect. what we want. So QNH is set to the local pressure setting 10009. For landing, we've got auto brake selection of low. The landing system is on. As you can see, we are picking up the ILS for runway 27. Obviously, that will play more of an impact when we come around. So, spoilers are now armed. We are going to take a full config of flaps for landing. Landing lights are on, runway turn off lights are on, seatbelt signs are on, smoking signs are on, as they should be. And there we go. That's the city of Amsterdam. Looks like a nice evening. Good. So slowly coming down now, as it should be. I'm going to go ahead and bring us out of managed speed. Just decreases a bit more. Charts. Don't need the taxiway just yet. Approach, there we go. There we go, put the first stage of flap in now. Looking fantastic. Coming on to finals now. Bring the speed back a little bit more. Go ahead and lower the gear. Second stage of flaps coming in as well. Maybe you load that a bit too early. Yeah, when you just hit 10 miles actually. Not the end of the world, but as you can see, we're doing pretty well for time. Initial sim brief time of 45 minutes. So we are pretty much on track. There you go, you can see the runway there. So I'm going to capture the localizer now. We should start seeing some movement in that glide slope. There we go, glide slope is alive. approach going on now. Should have captured the glide slope. There we go. Glide slope captured. Lovely evening here, actually. I think that is Ajax's stadium, for those of you that follow football. Actual football, not that American sport. Sorry to those Americans watching, but it's not football, come on, let's be honest. Looking good. Two reds, two whites. Perfect. Looking good.
500. 400. 300.
Continue.
200.
Yep. Autopilot coming off now. I should just continue down as it is.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Nice and gently. There we go. Spoilers out. Reverse green. Nice, smooth. Spoilers coming in. Cancel thrust reverse. Vacate the runway here. Nice. Flaps can come up. Taxi lights on. Runway lights off. Strobes off. Let's get the APU started up. And away we go. There you have it, folks. Welcome to Amsterdam, Schiphol. See if we can go find our gate. Somewhere here. Screener I'm using for Schiphol is the Asobo version, which included in one of the packs. Quite nice. It does the job for me, to be honest. It's fairly frame rate friendly. So I can't complain too much. So we'll go in this next turning here. I don't know if this is actually where British Airways park in real life, but that's where I'm going to park. Oh. Turns out that's where the equipment decided to put itself anyway, so it's worked out alright. Just slightly off centre there. Perfect, so APU is online, throttles are idle. Let's go ahead and bring those engines back now. And we can go ahead and request the jet bridge. And they can do the baggage as well, why not? And there we have it, folks. London Heathrow to Schiphol in Amsterdam. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this little trip. Until next time, I'll see you later. Goodbye.